I will be attempting to platinum Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart in under 24 hours. Now, this game takes roughly about 10 to 12 hours, so really shouldn't be much of an issue, right? Yeah! If somehow I do not platinum this game within 24 hours of me starting the game, I will be giving away a $20 PSN code via Instant Gaming at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that.
I'm fine. I've decided to stop fighting it and lean into the fact that I'm an idiot.
The platinum for this game, though, it is really easy. Like, aside from having a collectible guide up, you can very easily just breeze past this game, no problem. And this game is really, really good. I am so sad that it took me this long to play this game because it's just another certified Sony classic, to be honest. You could say it's another third-person semi-open world game that Sony is pretty much known for nowadays. But all I'll say to that is, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
Banger after banger after banger!
And this game also this week released on PC, so I'm happy more people get to experience this game. But without further ado, grab your dimension gun and let's platinum Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart in hopefully under 24 hours.
If you say so.
Alright, so we kick off this game by picking the difficulty. Now, I'm picking easy difficulty just because I really want to enjoy my time with this game. The game starts and we meet one of our main characters, which is Rivet. Rivet is a new character that has been added to the Ratchet and Clank universe, and she's basically a counterpart to Ratchet. And I gotta say, I really enjoy her in this game. She is one of the best characters in this game. But now back to, of course, Ratchet and obviously Clank. Hey, there's the boy. A party is being thrown to celebrate Ratchet and Clank, and we finally get to control Ratchet for the first time. Just jumping, attacking, and of course, the slam. But now it's time for our first combat encounter. Now, all I'm going to say is the combat is probably the highlight of this game. It's so good. Oh, bro, this is so sick. We advance to this area by, believe it or not, jumping on balloons. And then we have to deal with these enemies in a few more creative ways. Oh, you already know what's about to happen with this one. Boom! There. But now it's time to take on one of the first mini-bosses of this game. Now, one of my main criticisms of this game is there's no real variety in the mini-bosses. They all pretty much act and even look the same. We get this love letter from Clank, and it just tugs my heartstrings. And it's also where I realize just how gorgeous this game is.
Ratchet, I do not know where I would be without you. You are my closest friend.
There are certain scenes in this game that quite literally make my jaw drop. Like, it's insane how good this game looks, especially because this game came out 2 years ago, which is bizarre to think about. But I highly recommend just playing this game just for the visuals, because the game is so beautiful, just like this video's sponsor, Frame-A-Game. So this video is proudly sponsored by Frame-A-Game, and it is one I am very excited to share with you guys. So I imagine most of you have your proudest platinum, and even if you don't have a proudest platinum, I imagine you have a favorite game of all time. Well, now with Frame-A-Game, you can show off those games in such style. These frames are absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot recommend them enough. And I have teamed up with Frame-A-Game to where viewers of this channel gets a cheeky 10% off when you use the code IJJosh at checkout. So go show off your favorite games in style with Frame-A-Game. And massive thank you to Frame-A-Game for sponsoring this video. Alright, now back to the game. Clank has remade this gun that allows Ratchet to jump between different dimensions. But if it ended like that, this would be a really short game. The gun does end up getting nabbed by Dr. Nefarious, of course, the main antagonist of this game. After Nefarious opens up a portal, things start to get crazy really quickly. We do a bit of this wire surfing, and then sadly, Nefarious does get away. We meet up with our first vendor in this game, which, as you can imagine, sells us all sorts of weapons. By the end of the game, the weapons that she sells us is kind of crazy. The first weapon we purchase is the Enforcer, which is your standard double-barrel shotgun. While Nefarious tries to use the Dimension Gun, I'm just going to call it that just because it's easier. While he tries to use it on us, we take a quick pop shot at the gun, and the gun explodes. Now, shooting the gun has caused rifts to appear in the world. Now, you can teleport through these rifts, so it's basically like your grapple gun in most games. A bit more combat, and then we take this taxi up to Nefarious's ship, and then we take down said ship. All right, that was kind of easy. After beating Nefarious, we then get teleported through different dimensions, and it's set pieces like this that really make me enjoy this game. It's such a spectacle to look at, and I really enjoy it. After defeating Nefarious, the portal gun, I'm just gonna call it that now, the portal gun is set to explode, but after the gun explodes, Clank takes some really serious injuries, and we meet up with a familiar looking stranger. Clank is not the only one in a different dimension, however. Nefarious has gone into the same dimension, where in that dimension, he is the Emperor, and that's the beginning of this game. Just overall, such a solid setup for a game. Now, we're taking control of Ratchet in an alternate dimension. We find this wanted poster, and it seems like there's another one of his kind wandering about. Not sure where we are. We press on looking for any sort of answers as to where we are. Now, we need to search for the Phantom, and after finding him in this club, it's time for the chase. But after finally catching up with the Phantom, we befriend him. And then after speaking with the Phantom, we learn a new trick, which is the dash. Ooh, I like that. And we also learn how to wall run. Sorry, any excuse. Ubisoft, release Sands of Time remake, for God's sake. I know you'll probably take it off me after 30 days of inactivity, but just release it. So the objective for Ratchet here is obviously to find Clank. Clank is, of course, with Rivet, and they've just gone off on their own merry way. Now, Ratchet has to find a royal ship of his own, as they are the only ships that have clearance to leave the planet, and after helping the Phantom take control of a blimp, the Phantom is then going to help us get said ship. Also, we get our first upgrade. We're going to be doing this a lot by the end of the game. All right, now to quickly touch on the collectibles of this game. Not many of them are needed. Some you only need to pick 5 of them up, but I just wanted to get 100% in this game. But this is the first gold bolt of the game. I think in total you only need about 5 of these, but again, we'll be getting them all. And then right after that, we find our first Care Bear and another collectible. This is one of the puzzle room rifts. Now, when you finish one of these rooms, you do get an armor piece. And while doing the puzzle rift, we pop another trophy for bouncing on a certain amount of balloons. Progressing through the story, we come up against another one of these mini bosses, and you just couldn't have been more creative with these bosses. After defeating that boss for what is definitely not the last time, we meet up with Glitch, a little robot that has some different tasks for us to complete. You put Glitch into these circuit boards, and then you have to destroy the virus nests. It sort of reminds me of, if you ever played Spider-Man, you know the little spider bot? It's kind of like that. These missions are okay. They're nothing too special or too memorable, but they're fun for what they are. But we bop Nefarious on the head, just like all of you should be bopping that like button. Damn it. And then we escape with a ship. On to the next planet. We are now in control of Rivet. Now, are there any differences between Rivet and Ratchet? Absolutely not. But there shouldn't be, because they're basically one-to-one with each other. We press on into this forest-type planet, and I gotta say, this game's just pretty. I know I say this too much, but these planets are so gorgeous to look at. I want to explore these planets. Bro, the devs had no right going this hard with the graphics. Like, this game is beautiful, man. All right, now it's time for Clank's puzzle mission. They're okay, but I think they overstay their welcome a little bit. But towards the end of the game, I did find out they're optional, so you don't have to do these. I recommend you do 1 or 2 just to get the feel of what they are. But I mean, again, they're just okay. After finishing up Clank's puzzle, we run into this thing, and we have to kill 5 of these enemies throughout the game. So it's definitely worth killing them now. After defeating that thing, we pop a trophy for having a gun reach level 5. You will have many guns reach level 5 by the end of the game. And we need to ride this slug to hit these switches in time to open up Rivet's base. Before going into the base, let's quickly walk around this corner and get a gold bolt and pop a quick trophy. While at her base, Rivet plugs Clank into this machine just to see what Clank has seen in the past. And she, of course, sees Ratchet. While looking at the footage, we get rudely interrupted by this centipede-looking thing, and it takes Clank, and now we have to go get him back. All I gotta say, I love everything about this boss fight. I love the way the boss looks. I love the set pieces. Just everything. Top tier boss. Bro, this is freaking epic. This is so cool. After taking down the boss and rescuing Clank, it's time to move on. Now we're on to another Rift Portal puzzle thing. I'm not going to mention all of these because there's quite a lot of them. I'll just mention the important ones, but I really like this one. It's so creative. Basically, there's bombs on next to these boxes, but you can't jump on the boxes. You have to shoot the bomb to blow up certain boxes to make a staircase. It's really creative. I really like these Rift Portal puzzles. But now we move on to the next planet. On this new planet, we meet this fine-looking gentleman. Oh my god, I love him! Guys, I'm Welsh. Like, sheep are kind of our thing, so... And now we got to start these challenge things. They're all very easy. You have to come back here once you finish up a few more planets to complete the silver and gold challenges in order to get more armor parts. They're fun for the most part. They're just your standard challenges you expect from this type of game. And after we complete a particular challenge, we unlock another trophy. After getting this particular item from doing the challenges, we are now able to contact Ratchet in order to figure out what to do next. The plan is, of course, to build another portal gun and try and reverse the damage caused and then get back into our own dimension. Before carrying on with the story, I quickly finish up all the bronze challenges, just so I didn't have to do them all in one. All right, now we have to collect 60 of these Zerp stones. It's another collectible we need to get, just because it will give us more armor pieces. And we get to fly around in this thing to gather the last one, so I guess that's pretty cool. And also have to grab this gold bolt. Now, we're on a different planet with Ratchet on his own little adventure, and we run into the counterpart of Clank, and he makes quite a bit of an entrance. And this boy gives us rocket boots. Rocket boots are the best. part of this game. I don't care. They're so fun. Onto this planet, there is the Lob collectible. There are 12 of these scattered around the map, and we have to get them all. While looking around for other collectibles, we pop this trophy for doing a trick with the boots. We then pick up a few more Lob collectibles, and yeah, I just don't have words for this. And then after falling through the map twice, we pop this trophy for collecting 3 Lob collectibles, and pop another trophy for reaching the archives. We find out that something we need to complete the pole gun is located on another planet. We need a particular stone, so let's go get it. While trying to leave, we get stopped, and we find out something very interesting about our robot friend. My boy's a freaking Autobot! Now, back as Rivet, we attempt to get back to our home planet, but something is just going terribly wrong. Oh my god. Also, now we have these gravity boots, so it lets us jump to different services. And again, they're really good. This game's so creative. I love it. I finally decided to put some armor on and pop a trophy. Don't know why it took me this long to put armor on, but there we are. We hold off waves and waves of enemies, and we pop this trophy that might be a SpongeBob reference. Not too sure. We press on through the planet, and we come to this stone. Now, we need this stone in order to fully build the portal gun. But when a choice arrives to either save Clank or save the stone, we save Clank, and the stone gets destroyed. But then Rivet tells us about a guy called the Fixer. Well, he's not really a guy. You'll see what he is. That is on another planet, and hopefully we can take the stone to him in order to get it fixed. Now, onto this new planet. This is probably my favorite planet in the game. All the planets are like top tier, but I just love this one. I just love how you can use this long shot thing in order to fly across the map, and you just get some really nice cinematics showing off the planet, and it's just gorgeous to look at. We purchased the Glove of Doom, and that pops a trophy for having a full weapon wheel. The Glove of Doom. I love this game. Now it's time for another boss fight. Well, it's not really a boss fight. It's just one of those scenes that is really cinematic to look at, and it's just epic. I love it. All this scene does is remind me of Attack on Titan. I feel like Mikasa trying to fight an abnormal. It's just so cool. I don't know what is happening right now, but this is really fun. But after Clank talks the Fixer down, the Fixer, believe it or not, fixes our stone, and now we can rebuild the portal gun. After the stone is built, it's time to return to the ship to plan our next move. Now, back to Ratchet. We are getting through this planet and get rid of these slime-looking things, but then the room gets flooded, and God, this game's so pretty. I don't care. This game's so pretty. I'm gonna say it again. And then onto this combat encounter. This encounter pretty much explains why I love this game so much. Spawning these little minion things running around dealing damage is something I want in every single game. We got another trophy for using all of the rift shifting stones. Basically, when you hit it, the world shifts into the other dimension, and it's just so cool. And finally, after many hours, we are finally able to make another portal gun. And then we meet up with Rivet and Clank. That doesn't roll off the tongue well. And then while trying to escape, of course, it doesn't go to plan, and we get caught. But of course, we do not go down without a fight. Now, the Dr. Nefarious fight. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. Again, I love how cinematic it looks alongside the fight. I love being flung between different dimensions and different planets that we visited throughout the game. It just looks so cool. The fight doesn't go according to plan. Nefarious escapes, and now both Rivet and Ratchet have a different person that they have to go and see. I take this opportunity to quickly do these silver challenges. We pop another trophy for killing 5 enemies that are frozen. We finish up Ratchet's little story and pop a trophy, and then we go to Rivet's side story. After finishing up the Rivet side section, Nefarious spoils the celebrations and sends us into a pocket dimension. But we very easily escape this dimension, and we pop another trophy. Further on, we finish the final glitch mission, and we pop a trophy. We're popping trophies everywhere. Pop another trophy for getting the dimensional map, and then we find the final Care Bear of the game. I don't know why I called them Care Bears and just stuck with it, but then there's Rivet. We find Ratchet and Kit locked up, and we need to free them. It's basically a horde mode at this point. We defeat these enemies, then attach ourselves to the cage. But then after a few minutes, we are finally able to free them. Almost. We then find the final gold bolt in the game, and surprisingly, no trophy. They're gold bolts. You couldn't have given me a gold trophy for finding them. Now, chasing Ratchet and Kit through this poisonous area, and it looks so good. Then after chasing them for what seemed like ages, we are finally able to free them. But sadly, going into the final battle, Kit is not going to be coming with us.
Wait, where's Kit? She's not coming.
Now, we've hit the point of no return for this game, so we're going to be getting all the collectibles and completing all of the challenges. So, quick trophy for completing a gold challenge, and another trophy for killing 50 of this particular enemy. And then, thankfully, we finished the final challenge, but it will not be the final challenge we do, because there's so many other kill challenges we have to do. We buy this particular weapon that gives us a trophy, and now it's time for the final battle. The final battle is a lot of fun. It's chaotic, there's enemies everywhere, a lot of gunfights. Just really fun to do. Next thing we have to do is destroy this heart. And then after destroying the heart, Nefarious brings his army from other dimensions to destroy us until... Nice. And now final boss time. It's fine.
That's a laugh.
I wouldn't say it's as great as the previous Nefarious fight, but it's just fine.
Is that?
That was brilliant. I really, really enjoyed that. That was really, really good. All right, now to do some cleanup. Change the jukebox 3 times. We find these people by the hot springs. We watch TV at Rivet's hideout. We do 5 tricks while skating on a pipe. We get 20 headshots with the sniper equivalent of this game. We kill 10 enemies by returning the shots. Easily the most annoying trophy in this game. Kill a few enemies that are cosplaying as a garden. I'm just reading that in my script. I really wrote that? Kill 5 of these things. And then finally, Platinum. All right, so did I platinum this game in under 24 hours? No. Yeah, sometimes real life just gets in the way. So a deal's a deal. I will be giving away a $20 PSN card via Instant Gaming. Of course, if you want PSN codes, if you want Xbox gift codes, all the good stuff, anything code equivalent, go to Instant Gaming in the link in the description. But all you have to do to enter my $20 PSN code is like the video and leave a comment with your favorite game of all time. And if you want to see another platinum, click by this raptor.